Every gaze holds a map of mysteries waiting to be decoded, and within that map lies the language of the cosmos whispering directly through your eyes. They are not accidents of biology, nor simple hues shaped by chance, but gateways to a vast narrative stretching beyond the boundaries of Earth itself. When you look into the mirror, what stares back is not only a reflection of the self, but also a spark of celestial memory, carrying fragments of origin stories etched into light and shadow. Eyes become lanterns of hidden ancestry, flickering with the echoes of realms unseen, quietly revealing the paths of ancient travelers who walked between stars. In their depth rests the pulse of universes, currents of unseen energy that hum with recognition whenever you begin to ask who you truly are. They hold no limitation, for each shade speaks a silent anthem that belongs only to you, reminding you that your very existence carries a signature impossible to replicate, that you're not here by chance. Feel the pull. Tap join to unlock truth, purpose, and a tribe that gets it. This is more than a membership, it's your calling. Brown irises radiate a quiet fire that feels like fertile soil warmed by eternal suns. They breathe of grounding, stability, and a bond with the rhythm of creation itself. Their depth is not darkness, but a reservoir of life force, endless and unwavering, a testament to strength carried over countless lifetimes. Those who hold this gaze embody endurance, wisdom, and a tenderness that bends but never breaks. Blue eyes mirror the horizon at dawn, as though they were carved by the memory of endless skies. They embody clarity and openness, carrying a quality of vision that stretches into possibility itself. To look into them is to see the echo of water, movement, and fluid transformation. They whisper of seekers, visionaries, and the restless spirits who walk with curiosity as their compass. Green eyes are forest and spring, the delicate intertwining of vitality and renewal. Their energy dances between compassion and raw power, reminding all who see them that growth often comes with both softness and force. They carry within them the alchemy of rebirth, a promise that transformation is not only inevitable, but deeply beautiful. They are the eyes of healers and creators, architects of balance in a chaotic world. Hazel eyes shimmer with shifting tones, like fire catching unexpected glimmers of gold. They speak of versatility, adaptability, and an ever-changing spirit that cannot be confined. These eyes hold the ability to blend, to bridge, to bring together what others would divide. They reflect journeys across thresholds, standing as symbols of unity between differences, and are proof that one spirit can hold countless worlds at once. Every color, every glance, every flicker of light in the iris is an invitation to remember what lies beyond skin and name. Your eyes are more than features. They are archives of eternity. They invite you to claim your story not as a mere human chapter, but as a living extension of the cosmos itself. And in knowing this, you awaken to the truth that the universe is not distant. It is alive within you, watching through your gaze. Brown-eyed souls carry within them a rare depth, a presence that grounds those around them while opening unseen pathways of connection. Their eyes reveal not only the endurance of the human spirit, but also a wisdom that feels as though it has been gathered across countless lifetimes. In them, one discovers a current of strength that does not waver, a reminder that stability itself can be a gift of healing. The energy flowing from this gaze is not loud or forceful, but steady, like the quiet pulse of life that keeps the world alive in every moment. This quality gives them the ability to restore balance, offering calm where turbulence reigns. They are not confined to surface-level kindness. Their empathy runs so deep that it touches wounds others cannot even name. To encounter their compassion is to feel seen in a way that softens even the hardest burdens. What shines through is not borrowed knowledge from teachings or books, but lived truth, the kind born from walking through cycles of struggle, renewal, and discovery. Their insight carries an authenticity that resonates far beyond intellect, speaking instead to the soul's hunger for guidance. Such wisdom does not instruct from a distance. It lifts, embraces, and lights the path forward when the way seems shrouded in uncertainty. Their voices hold a resonance that lingers, words shaped not by fleeting emotion, but by a quiet certainty rooted in deeper awareness. When they speak, clarity follows, and their perspective has a way of dissolving confusion, like morning light scattering shadows. In these moments, they become more than advisors. They transform into anchors of truth, helping others find their own center amidst chaos. Strength in them is not about resistance for its own sake, but the ability to endure with grace. They embody resilience in a form that is both unyielding and compassionate, capable of standing firm without losing tenderness. Their presence brings a sense of protection, as though an unseen shield surrounds those who draw close, and within that space, safety becomes possible. Their journey is not without contrast. It moves between the luminous and the obscure, a rhythm of harmony created by balancing extremes. In this dance of light and shadow, they continually choose to bring restoration where there is fracture, understanding where there is confusion, and grounding where there is instability. Their life becomes a living lesson in how opposites can coexist without conflict. Looking into their eyes is like stepping into an ancient story written in silence, carrying the essence of what it means to be both human and eternal. They serve as reminders that healing is possible even in the most uncertain times, and that within every individual lies the capacity to connect to something greater. In their gaze, hope is rekindled, and the promise of a future in harmony with life itself shines clear. Blue-eyed beings carry a rare signature of vision and adaptability, a living reflection of creativity woven with emotional depth. Their presence feels like a threshold into new ways of seeing, offering both the clarity of innovation and the tenderness of profound connection. These individuals embody the essence of transformation, blending intellect with feeling in ways that inspire growth and change. If your heart overflows with God's blessings, let that love shine. Click the super thank you button and give $50 or more to plant seeds of faith that will impact countless lives. Your generosity reflects His abundance. Be a vessel of His grace and watch His kingdom flourish through you. Their gaze suggests untapped realms of possibility, an energy that sparks ideas and awakens imagination in others. It is as though their very essence thrives on progress, always reaching for new horizons where thought and spirit meet. The capacity to envision what has not yet been shaped becomes second nature to them, making them natural guides in times when change is necessary. Innovation flows through them effortlessly, not as a learned skill, but as an intrinsic current of their being. They are capable of building bridges between what is known and what lies just beyond awareness. Their creative spark carries a quiet force that invites others to reimagine what the world can become, making them catalysts for breakthroughs that transform collective experience. Yet this ingenuity does not strip them of depth. On the contrary, they carry a sensitivity that allows them to feel profoundly, touching the emotions of others with ease. Their ability to connect at this level is what makes their innovation so impactful. It is not sterile advancement, but growth infused with care, empathy, and an understanding of the human heart. Adaptability is their greatest strength, allowing them to adjust to shifting circumstances without losing their sense of purpose. They move through uncertainty with grace, finding opportunity where others see only obstacles. This fluid resilience places them at the forefront of progress, reminding us that change is not to be feared but embraced as part of the larger unfolding. Their journey is one of integration, bringing together reason and intuition, structure and imagination, movement and stillness. Through this balance, they demonstrate that true strength lies not in control, but in the willingness to flow with life's ever-evolving rhythm. Their example encourages others to release rigidity and step into possibility with trust. To meet their gaze is to be reminded that human potential is vast, that creativity and emotional truth can coexist as guiding forces. They are living proof that adaptability and vision are not merely personal traits, but universal gifts, pointing toward a future where innovation serves not only progress, but also compassion. In their presence, the invitation is clear: to imagine more boldly, to feel more deeply, and to embrace transformation as the natural state of being. Those who carry hazel eyes move through life with an aura of adaptability and insight that distinguishes them in every setting. The shifting tones within their gaze symbolize a mind attuned to variation, always ready to absorb new experiences and interpret them with a depth that others may overlook. Their nature is neither fixed nor rigid, but fluid, flowing toward the unknown with confidence in discovery and understanding. Hazel-eyed individuals radiate a gift for venturing into unfamiliar territories of thought and imagination. They thrive on exploring diverse fields, weaving knowledge from one realm into another with seamless skill. Where others may see contradiction, they perceive connection, turning contrasts into harmony. Their perspective is panoramic, allowing them to notice details and patterns invisible to narrower visions. This breadth of perception feeds an unquenchable curiosity. They are seekers, compelled to investigate, not just for answers, but for the wisdom hidden in questions themselves. Their path is carved not by repetition, but by daring to ask what is yet to be asked. Curiosity is not a fleeting trait for them. It is a steady compass guiding each step into deeper truths and broader horizons. Creativity emerges as a natural extension of their inquisitiveness. Their ideas are not bound to tradition or convention, but bloom in unexpected ways, often transforming ordinary situations into avenues of innovation. They respond to obstacles not with resignation, but with inventive solutions that inspire change and progress. Their creativity is a spark that kindles momentum in others. Leadership among those with hazel eyes is distinct. It is not about control or dominance, but about vision and encouragement. They lead by demonstrating possibilities and by opening paths that others may not have considered. Their influence rests in their capacity to reveal potential, to foster collaboration, and to motivate through example rather than decree. Behind their leadership lies a profound adaptability. Just as their eyes shift in light, they themselves shift with circumstance, adjusting their approach without compromising their essence. This resilience allows them to thrive in uncertainty, to guide others through transitions, and to remain steady when change unsettles the world around them. Ultimately, hazel eyes symbolize a life lived as an ever-unfolding exploration. They invite us to recognize that diversity of thought and perspective is not fragmentation, but unity expressed in many shades. Theirs is a journey that emphasizes the beauty of multiplicity, the strength of flexibility, and the quiet but powerful call to keep learning, creating, and guiding toward greater understanding. Those with green eyes embody a presence that speaks of renewal, compassion, and harmony, carrying with them an energy that soothes and uplifts. Their gaze suggests a spirit that understands the delicate art of mending what is broken, offering balance in a world often tilted toward extremes. They reflect not just beauty, but a deeper resonance with life's quiet rhythm and its enduring capacity for restoration. The essence of their healing gift stretches far beyond touch or word. It is felt in the way they perceive the struggles of others, sensing emotions as if they were currents flowing through the air. Their empathy gathers sorrows and transforms them into comfort, much like a melody that eases the restless heart. Their presence radiates a kindness that reminds us of gentleness long forgotten, awakening in others the need to care, to give, and to cherish the bonds that tie us together. Love within them is not dramatic but steady, a guiding flame that never wavers. They offer themselves freely, creating spaces where peace can exist, even in the midst of chaos. Their compassion moves quietly, yet it leaves a lasting mark on those who encounter it. To know them is to be reminded that love, in its purest form, does not demand, it heals, it restores, and it endures without condition. Equilibrium is the natural expression of their lives. They move between opposites with grace, knowing when to act and when to pause, when to give and when to allow. This balance is not taught but lived, an inner wisdom that allows them to bring people together without force, creating harmony where discord might otherwise linger. They hold within them a rare ability to unify, to show that balance is not a concept, but a living truth. In their eyes lies a reminder of constancy and renewal, like an unspoken promise that healing is always possible. Their way of being mirrors the cycles of growth and rest, action and reflection, drawing others into a rhythm that nurtures both body and spirit. To witness their influence is to remember that harmony is not an illusion, but something that can be cultivated daily through compassion and awareness. Their presence calls forth images of spaces where life flourishes in balance, where kindness is as natural as breath, and where the act of caring becomes transformative. They are not bound by the need for recognition, for their fulfillment comes in the quiet restoration they inspire. Their energy encourages others to discover that they too can live with gentleness and strength intertwined. Ultimately, green eyes serve as symbols of connection, reminding us that healing and balance are not separate from love, but born from it. They point us toward a life where understanding is cherished, where the act of nurturing becomes a force of renewal, and where compassion restores what the world has overlooked. Their journey is one of reminding humanity that to care deeply is to bring forth a future shaped by harmony and wholeness. Those with gray eyes carry an aura that speaks of clarity, intellect, and an ever-shifting adaptability that sets them apart. Their gaze conveys both depth and agility, as if it holds the ability to reflect countless perspectives while never losing its steady composure. This duality within them suggests a balance of thought and feeling, of logic and empathy, and it is this balance that allows them to navigate through life with both wisdom and openness. The brilliance of their minds lies in their ability to pierce through complexity and uncover hidden structures that others might overlook. They do not simply gather knowledge, but reshape it, blending reason with imagination to form insights that inspire progress. Their capacity to think beyond conventional boundaries equips them to reinterpret challenges as opportunities, drawing threads of understanding where confusion once reigned. Their thoughts move with precision, yet remain flexible enough to adapt to every unfolding circumstance. Empathy intertwines seamlessly with their intellect, creating a unique ability to connect across differences. They do not just comprehend facts, but also the emotions woven around them, allowing communication that bridges divides. This gift is not confined to speech. It flows through their presence, their gestures, and the subtle awareness they bring into every interaction. To engage with them is to feel seen, not only through the surface of words, but through the resonance of unspoken understanding. Innovation emerges naturally from this synthesis of insight and compassion. When obstacles present themselves, they approach with inventive thinking and the calm assurance of adaptability. Their minds are like instruments tuned to shifting conditions, able to strike new chords that resolve dissonance into harmony. They create paths where none seem visible, offering clarity in uncertainty and fostering solutions that uplift both individuals and the collective. Communication is one of their defining strengths, not merely as expression, but as connection. They have a rare talent for translating the abstract into the tangible, for shaping intricate ideas into accessible truths. Equally, they listen with a depth that transforms silence into dialogue, affirming that understanding flows in both directions. Whether through art, innovation, or quiet presence, their communication carries weight because it springs from both intellect and sincerity. There is also a resilience in their adaptability, a gift for reshaping themselves without losing identity. Just as shifting circumstances require new strategies, they adjust without fear, embodying change not as disruption but as evolution. Their flexibility allows them to remain steady even when external worlds grow uncertain, and in that steadiness, they guide others toward balance and clarity. Ultimately, gray eyes represent the unity of thought and heart, a reminder that true wisdom is born from both reason and compassion working together. They invite us to embrace adaptability not as compromise, but as strength, and to honor intellect not as detachment, but as a way of deepening human connection. Their journey encourages us to cultivate our own potential, to communicate with authenticity, and to innovate with empathy, guiding us toward growth that benefits all. Those with amber eyes embody a presence that radiates daring energy, unrestrained imagination, and an unwavering sense of self. Their gaze seems to carry a spark that cannot be contained, a reflection of inner strength and creative brilliance that moves through the world with fearless conviction. To encounter them is to sense both warmth and intensity, a reminder that boldness and authenticity can coexist in perfect harmony. They live as explorers of possibility, compelled to push against limits and discover what lies beyond the ordinary. Every decision they make is infused with courage, a willingness to venture where hesitation might stop others. Their lives are marked by visions that refuse to remain dreams alone, transformed into realities by their inventive spirit. They are architects of change, reimagining what can be done and inspiring those who witness their courage to attempt the same. Creativity for them is not a skill, but a natural current. It flows into everything they touch, reshaping situations, redefining expectations, and reinventing the familiar into something strikingly new. They do not create for applause, but because expression is their essence, a way of weaving their vision into the fabric of life itself. Their originality challenges stagnation, igniting progress in ways both subtle and groundbreaking. Independence runs through them like a steady pulse, giving them strength to walk paths others may never attempt. They trust their inner compass, confident in their direction even when it diverges from convention. This assurance is not pride but clarity, an understanding that true freedom comes from living one's truth without apology. Their example urges others to break away from conformity and to embrace their own individuality with conviction. Their presence naturally draws people toward them, not by force, but by inspiration. They embody leadership that is unshaken and self-defined, one that empowers rather than demands. Their courage becomes contagious, encouraging those around them to abandon fear and embrace adventure. By leading through example, they open doors to horizons that others might have thought unreachable, fostering growth and innovation wherever they go. Amber eyes carry a symbolic light that reminds us all of the fire within ourselves. They invite us to recognize our own resilience, to awaken our capacity for bold creation, and to embrace independence as a path toward fulfillment. Their journey demonstrates that courage is not reckless but purposeful, rooted in an inner fire that seeks to illuminate new ways of living and being. Ultimately, those with amber eyes remind us that life is not meant to be confined but to be explored, shaped, and celebrated. They stand as living proof that creativity and confidence, when paired with fearless independence, can become a guiding force for transformation. Their presence is an enduring call to ignite our own spark, to step into the unknown with certainty, and to shine with the brilliance of our unique essence. Those with violet eyes embody a presence that feels both rare and transformative, carrying an energy that reaches beyond the limits of the ordinary world. Their gaze seems to shimmer with a depth that hints at unseen layers of existence, stirring in others the sense that life itself holds dimensions still unexplored. They reflect an invitation to rise above what is familiar and step into an awareness shaped by freedom, wisdom, and transcendence. The hue they carry suggests more than appearance. It signals a consciousness that naturally stretches into realms most never touch. Their way of being blends insight with sensitivity, revealing an ability to understand experiences that move beyond logic alone. They do not simply observe life, but interpret it through a lens that unites intuition with higher knowing, offering clarity where mystery once stood. Their presence reminds others that growth is not confined to the physical, but extends into the infinite space of spirit. For them, transcendence is not a word but a lived state. They walk through life attuned to the reality that existence is layered, that there is more beyond what the senses first reveal. This awareness creates within them a freedom that cannot be bound by circumstance, for they recognize that liberation comes from aligning with the eternal spark within. Their independence is not rebellion, but a quiet trust in the deeper truths guiding their path. This ability to embody higher awareness grants them the role of guides and visionaries. They often find themselves called to share perspectives that awaken others, offering insights that expand understanding and dissolve limitations. Their wisdom does not demand attention. It emerges as a steady light that illuminates possibilities, showing those around them that healing and expansion are attainable through connection to higher consciousness. Their vision is not distant or abstract. It is integrated into the everyday, whether in conversation, creativity, or action. They weave subtle threads of awareness that unite the material with the intangible. They reveal that the extraordinary is not separate from daily living but infused within it, waiting to be recognized. This integration makes their influence enduring, as they inspire transformation without needing to impose it. Within their gaze lies a reflection of infinite potential. To meet their eyes is to sense the vastness of possibility, the reminder that curiosity and courage open the way to new dimensions of being. They encourage others to seek not just answers but expansion, to understand that freedom is found not in escape, but in awakening to the depth of one's own spirit. Ultimately, violet eyes stand as symbols of humanity's capacity to evolve, embodying the union of wisdom, freedom, and transcendence. They call us to honor the expansiveness within ourselves, to embrace growth as a lifelong journey, and to recognize that each soul carries the ability to reach beyond the known. Their path reflects the timeless truth that enlightenment is not a distant goal, but a state we can step into when we open ourselves fully to the vastness of existence.